Hello everybody, welcome to Gregsbeerreviews. Let's go see what's in the fridge today. Hey guys, thanks for stopping by Gregsbeerreviews today. Look at this great big growler. Wow. Big bottle of a big beer. This is a brand new edition of Rogue's Rolling Thunder. And Andrew, one of the guys that worked there, he sent this to me, and this is basically a pre-release. By the time you see this, this may be just hitting the shelves or the market. He sent this to me ahead of time. He sent me a little note here. He sent this on the 6th of July. He says, "Hey Greg, hope all is well with you. We'll be releasing our 2017 Rolling Thunder Imperial Stout in a few weeks, and I figured you might enjoy this labor of love." Rolling Thunder is a Russian Imperial Stout, and this particular one is aged for 9 months in Oregon oak barrels we built ourselves by hand that previously held Dead Guy whiskey that they distill there. Building our own barrels is a difficult, expensive, and time-consuming, but well worth the extra work. It also makes Rogue the only brewery slash distillery cooperative in the world. Hope you enjoy. Cheers, Andrew. And guys, they have done this beer before. The 2016 edition that I see the picture here on Untapped and Beer Advocate has the 2016 listed, but not the 2017 edition. So I don't think it is. Hit the market today is the 13th, somewhere, 13th, 14th, somewhere in that area. And this is a little bit bigger. The 2016 looks like it was 11.20%, and it was aged for 6 months in the barrels. This one is aged for 9 months, the 2017 edition here, and it is a whopping 14%, and not 11.20 like Beer Advocate and Rate Beer both have here. So this is a great big beer, and this says it was barrel number 2 out of 40, so they did 40 barrels, and this is bottle 114 out of 209 out of that barrel. So I do appreciate Andrew sending me this. This is awesome. I may be the first one to review this, guys, of all the beer reviewers. I don't know. I'm sure they send them out to some of the others, but I haven't seen anything posted about it. So, and I'm about a week out on posting this. So you will see it as soon as it comes up in the line of the beers that I've recorded, beer reviews I recorded already. So let's get on with this. I don't have any correct information from Beer Advocate or Rate Beer on this beer. So it's a brand new edition. It's a bigger ABV than what they did last year. So I'm sure this is going to be really tasty, guys. I really am expecting great things here. And I'm sure this is not a cheap bottle of beer to buy, especially in this great big huge size bottle, and especially being barrel aged for 9 months and being a 14%er on top of that, and actually getting a reusable growler on top of that. So there's 3 things there that increase the price of this beer. If it was in a bomber or in a 12-ounce bottle, it would be a little less expensive to buy, but this huge bottle is adding to the cost, and I realize that. So 14%, 9 months in the barrel, and a growler on top of that. So not a cheap beer to buy, I am sure. When it hits the shelves, your beer stores or whatever, it's not going to be a cheap beer. You're not going to be able to pick this up for a couple bucks. I can tell you that right now. But anyway, let's get on with it. Like I said, I don't think there's anything else we need to talk about. So let's get this thing down here, this big monster, and get it down here and get it open. Nice hiss. Very nice hiss. And get it into the glass. Definitely enough to share, which I intend to do here. And this thing's trying to go dead. While I'm pouring this, I will tell you the cheese is buttery brie Gouda Havarti Swiss. Goes well with your chocolate dishes. Meat, beef, smoked meat, game, and grilled meat. Glassware, pint, bacaronic, tumbler, snifter. Oversized wine glass. I got my favorite snifter. And it says here can be selling for a long period of time. This is probably an excellent candidate to pick up and sell her for a long time, guys. 5, 10, 15, even 20 years at 14%. It's going to get better over time. There's no coffee in here that's going to fade. Be a great candidate to sell her. And if you got deep pockets, pick you up a couple of them, 2, 3, 4, and see how it ages over time. And they're probably going to do it again next year, and it'll probably be a little different then. So I do appreciate them taking the time to do this, and I appreciate Andrew picking up one of these and sending it to me. Andrew, thank you, my brother. I do appreciate it. All you guys out there at Rogue Ales, you do some great stuff. You do some really tasty stuff. And now, while I've been flapping my gums, the head has subsided. It was about a quarter finger in this. Now it's just barely covering the top of the beer. And it is pitch black, guys. Let's get a nose to it. Definitely getting the bourbon notes. It doesn't smell boozy. I mean, it smells pretty tame. Now, the taste maybe reveals something else. A lot of these beers that are like 14% will subside a little bit and come together and combine a little bit better as time goes on. A lot of times these beers fresh are a little hot on the palate. Rich roasted malt. Hints of bittersweet chocolate, caramel, coffee brown, sugar or molasses, maybe even black strap molasses. Got a nice sweet smell to go along with those bourbon notes. Smells awesome. Time to dive in. I've been, ever since this come in the door on the beer mail package, I'm going, this looks freaking awesome. From what I read, the ABV and 9 months in the barrel. Let's dive in. Let's see what we think. Cheers, everybody. Cheers, Andrew, and all the guys and gals that work at Rogue. Smooth. Unbelievable how well hidden that 14% is. Wow. Just the right amount of bourbon notes on this beer. Wow. That's incredible. Guys, this is probably maybe the tastiest 14% Russian Imperial Stout bourbon barrel aged that I've had this year. Maybe even last year. Wow. Unbelievably smooth for 14% and as fresh as it is. This drinks like an 8%er, guys. You would not know this is a 14% beer. I am pleasantly surprised that this beer is not super hot, as fresh as it is, but it's not. You don't have to sell this beer, guys. You could pick it up, you could drink it the day you pick it up, the next day once you cellar it, once you refrigerate it a little bit. A lot of people don't want to do that. They drink these kind of beers room temperature. I like to put it in the fridge for a day, and then I always let it come up to room temperature as I'm sipping on it, and final chug gets room temperature. So I like to see how much it changes, if it does change, and what nuances and additional notes I get once it gets to room temperature. See if we can get maybe even some dark fruit or something like that in the beer once it gets up to room temperature. But each taste, it opens up a little bit more, and I'm tasting a little bit more and more on each taste. So, and this is a big bottle. I'm liable to have a buzz when I get back. Imagine that. That is so smooth. Unbelievably smooth. This is well done. This is outstanding, guys. I am blown away. The hair's back, socks are off. Incredibly well done beer. Wow. Well, I'm going to sip on this, pour her a big glass of this, and we're going to sip on it for a little bit, and I'll come back and see if it changes any, gets better, gets worse, and see where it ends up. Alright guys, I'm back. I just left here. Awesome. Freaking awesome. Outstanding. World class. This is, like I said earlier, this is probably the best barrel-aged version of an Imperial Stout at 14% that I've had in a long time. This is definitely one to pick up, guys. When you see this show up at your beer store, grab it. Absolutely grab it. And if you can afford to, grab multiple bottles of this. I know it's going to be a pricey beer. With the way they brewed it and barrel aging it and packaging it, it is an expensive beer to buy, I am sure. I did not pay for this. It was sent to me by Andrew and the guys out there at Rogue Ales. Awesome. Absolutely freaking awesome. I can't give a higher praise to this beer. I am so blown away by how easy drinking this 14% beer is. It is awesome. The other half absolutely loved it just like I did. Outstanding. Now that it's warmed up, I am getting a little bit of dark fruit there. Plums, dates, raisins, figs. The bourbon barrel aging of this, a lot of times the bourbon is off the chain. It's a little hot on the back end, a little bit on the boozy side when it's fresh. This one is not. This one is very, very well done. The head brewmaster at Rogue Ales has got something here. He could have a cult following on this beer. He absolutely could. To me, this blows away KBS, CBS, a lot of the other bourbon barrel aged beers because it's so smooth when it's this fresh. A lot of those beers are very tasty, but they're a little on the hot side. You need to age them a year or two for it to mellow out a little bit. This one, not so much. Outstanding. Did I say outstanding? Out-freaking-standing. Unbelievable. Very, very well done. In my opinion, guys, this is probably the best beer they have ever produced. I am blown away by this. Wow. Unbelievable. If you see this in your beer store and you're a bourbon barrel aged fan for a Russian Imperial Stout and you don't buy it, somebody ought to slap you upside your silly little head. This is outstanding, guys. Incredible. Final chug. Wow. Wow. This is like a fine cognac. This is like a liquor you would go to the store, maybe like a Gentleman Jack or something that you're going to pay high dollar for. that they've done something a little different in the aging process, or aged it for 7, 10 years or longer in a beer. In a beer. It's absolutely outstanding. Guys, this is a 10. If I could give it an 11, that's where I would put this. It is outstanding. It's 100. It is awesome. This is definitely one to pick up if you can get your hands on it. Trust me, you will not be disappointed. Wow, unbelievable. That's where I'm going to leave it. 100 in the style, 100 plus in the style to me. And like I said, Beer Advocate only has the 2016, not the 2017. The last year's was 11.20%. This is a 14%er. Last year's was aged in 6 months. This is aged in 9 months. Perfect. Absolutely freaking perfect. Unbelievable. And like I told you, that was from Beer Advocate, and Beer Advocate only had last year's at 86. I didn't get a chance to sample last year's edition of this. This year's edition is way, way better than an 86. If they'd had this listed in an 86 in a 2017 edition, those boys, they on crack. They're crack smoking monkeys. But they don't have it listed yet. It's brand freaking new, and I feel very, very honored and pleased to do this brand new edition from these guys, and they've hit it a nail right on the head, guys. And over to Untapped, the same deal. They have it listed as 11.8%, where this is a 14%er. So, and the pictures they have here is the 2016 edition, and they have it at 4.07, which is in their bottom of their A category. This is the top of the A category. It's an A+, most definitely. So, if you've had it, which I doubt yet, unless you're in the chain or in California, and they're going to probably show up there before they're going to show up other places in the country because of distribution and transportation and all that. This is an outstanding beer, guys. If you see it, the 2017 edition of the Rolling Thunder from Rogue, this is their Imperial Stout aged in bourbon barrels that they created themselves. And aged at 9 months on top of that. So, outstanding. Very, very well done. I'm blown away by the spirit. It's outstanding, guys. It is very, very outstanding. If you've had it, let me know. And if you haven't, look for it. Pick it up. You will not be disappointed. Even if you drink it fresh, just like I did, or you want to sell it for a little while, pick up 2 of them. If your pocketbook will allow you to do that, pick up 2 of them. Drink one fresh, and sell her the second one for 5, 10, 15 years. They're going to do this every year, and hopefully they'll let it age the same amount of time in those bourbon barrels that they did this one. And you won't be disappointed. I promise you. I promise you. And I hope they'll send me next year's edition of this. So, Andrew, once again, my brother, thank you so much. This is outstanding. Pass that on to the guys and gals that work there at Rogue Brewery. This is outstanding. This is a #1 Class A, 14% beer, and it's very drinkable, fresh right now. So, all right, guys, we're going to wrap it up. And like I tell you all the time here in the last week or so, until we meet again, let's go see what's in the fridge.